Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Quantum Life Model. Today is March 13th, 2025. Today will be the start of the total lunar eclipse, a very big moment in the sky. The moon should be blood red tonight. Tomorrow, early morning, you should be able to see it all over North America. So that'll be something that I'm looking forward to tonight. And I just did my workout, did my home workout, did my bodyweight exercise, jump rope, push-ups, pull-ups, squats, weights, dumbbells. And now I'm out on my walk. I might do a run, I might not. It's still Ramadan, so I haven't had anything to eat or drink. But depending on how I feel, I might push one out, do a good run. And what I wanted to talk about today is I wanted to give a excerpt from the book of Quantum, teach a little bit about the principles, maxims of the quantum life model, the quantum strategy. And with that, I'd like to start off by talking about what is quantum. And quantum is, by definition, the smallest feasible part of a thing, the smallest part of a thing, while it's still being the whole. And how you doing? And so, with that being said, the smallest part, the smallest viable amount of a thing that is basically what quantum is. People say, a quantum leap being something that's grand, something that's very large, overreaching. And that's kind of a misnomer. A quantum leap would actually be something that is very small. However, from a scientific perspective, a quantum leap is what gets you from point A to point B, everything else being a buildup until you have that snap of a moment, allowing you to go from point A to point B. And so when it comes to quantum being the smallest part of something, from a real world perspective, from a life perspective, we can take that and extend it to the basics. The basics, which are the rudimentary values, the fundamentals of any particular subject, model, any particular endeavor, starting at the basics. Whatever you do, it's good to have a base. You need to have a base. You need to have your foot set in something. You need to have a solid ground to stand on in order to build your house, build whatever it is that you want to build. You should be building something. You should be working towards something, working on something. And so that is what it means from the very basics. You should have solid knowledge in at least a few things. And from that solid knowledge, you should be able to expand and expound and build on top of those things to create something even greater. And so with the basics, with quantum, you constantly stack, and stack. You remain consistent. It can be baby steps, little by little, and eventually you'll have something that is grand. I'll be talking more about it later on, once I get back home and I'm, rested and cleaned up. Right now I'm just talking from the top of my head, but later on I'll be speaking from a script so that I can give a better insight and greater depth into the conversation. But this is another episode of the Quantum Life Model. This is Quantum Man speaking, and I'll see you later.